Good evening. You're listening to Adrenaline Radio, 1680 AM on your dial. I'm Fred Blanchard, host of Adrenaline Motorsports. Our program is from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. every Friday. And I have the owner of Roseville Rod and Custom here in the booth with me today. And I was going to pick his brain a little bit and kind of put him on the spot about a lot of different things, but I'll let him kind of elaborate on some of the things that I observed. And one of the things is, Ben, thank you for being here. I appreciate you showing up here and being a guest tonight on the show. And I'm not really going to put you on the spot, but we are going to talk a lot about what you do and what you have to know and things that you have to have at your facility. And I don't think I've seen a shop as fully equipped and set up as your facility. It's just one impressive place, and it's too bad that there isn't a video of some kind to show people throughout everything that you do daily, and the customers that bring their vehicles in, and they bring them in on trailers, and they offload them at your place, and they tell you, well, if I could have did it myself, I'd have done it, but I just don't know how to do this. And then you're very patient with the people, and you talk to them. And why don't you tell us a little bit about 1 week of my visit there, and some of your customers that showed up at your front door, and the kind of work that you do, because it was very impressive and really stirring in my mind at the things that you have to know and do there. And you had, when I was there, a gentleman show up with a trailer with a roadster project. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? What was his plan, and what did he share with you, and what did you need? What did he ask you to do for him?
Thank you, Fred. Glad to be here. The week you spent at the shop was nice, and I'm glad to see that somebody realizes how much work goes into putting a car together, and the things you have to have and the equipment you have to have. A lot of people, don't get to spend the time behind the scenes, so they think it's easy, that you can just bolt it together and you can go down to the store and buy the parts and put them together, and they never actually fit when you buy them.
Well, you hit it right on the head. Even though these aftermarket body parts, such as roadster bodies and hoods and front shells, guys think that they just bolt them together, but I could just see what in the attempts that these people make in order to try and get it together themselves, and how you shared with them what it takes to do it. But sorry to interrupt. Go right ahead, Ben, and continue on. I just was impressed with all of this, so go ahead.
Okay, you mentioned the Roadster project that came in. It's a 32 Brookville body, original chassis, flathead engine. The owner's been working on it for 10 years, and he bought the body. The body manufacturer said that the hoods that they use come from Rootlib, which is probably the biggest producer of aftermarket hoods, and they do a great job. He ordered the hood, he gets it, puts it on, and things are just a little off, and he could probably just run it, and most of the people out there would look at it and just say cool car and not notice, but he wants perfection in the way it fits, and he wants things to be right. So we've got to now go in and shrink the hood and get it to fit the cowl and the grill shell, because all three parts are aftermarket, and even though each company tries to do the best they can on their part, there's nothing to say that it's going to fit every body and that every part is the same each time it comes out.
Didn't he mention a little bit about the fact that he'd had it at another shop before he brought it to you?
Well, he had mentioned that he waited 2.5 years for a guy that said he would work on it, and he was backlogged, and he waited the 2.5 years, and when it actually got time for the guy to work on it, he came and looked at it and said he couldn't do it.
What's the policy at Roseville for something of this nature? How do you guys go about thinking about things like that? What is it your thought when a customer comes in? How do you allot the time and the scheduling, and how do you approach something like that? I mean, I know that you don't hang customers up like that. Why don't you share a little thought about how you guys operate?
It really comes down to the customer, what their desire, their time frame, what kind of deadlines they have on the car. each guy that comes in is in a different predicament about when he needs his particular piece done. So you try to do everything you can in a timely manner, but sometimes you get customers that only want to do X amount a month or in a time period for money reasons. So, you do that amount of work on the car, and then you jump around to other cars to try and keep everything moving. We've got 7 guys now in the shop, including me, so we can get on a lot of things and get them done in a decent time frame.
So basically what you're saying is that you not only take on the full build projects, you're able to do also short-term small jobs as well, from what it sounds like to me. Is that pretty much what you do there now?
Yeah, really, we'll work on anything and everything. We prefer, 60s and earlier American cars, but we have worked on some foreign cars before. Really, if a customer comes in and has a passion for his car and we can do the quality and the job that he wants to do on it, we'll do it. Everything from an oil change to building a complete car.